Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim.
I'm Jen.
And today on Ramblings, guys, it's just not working out. I don't think it's going to work. We've tried and tried and tried, thing after thing, and the cards are just stacked against us. They really are. You know what I'm talking about?
I do, yeah. I think.
Talking about the grass.
Yeah.
Y'all thought she was breaking up with me, didn't you? No, that's not it. You guys know we cleared 2 acres of land up here on the ridge, and I planted 4 acres of grass seed. Got it worked into the soil, and then it hasn't rained for a month. I'm talking a month with no rain. So what I've been doing is 2 big sprinklers behind me off to the right. I got them turned off right now because the generator is too loud to do this video. Running the generator, 10 hours a day. You got to change the oil in it every 50 hours. And it's 2 big sprinklers. I got enough water pressure, and they do a really good job. But it's just so much area to try to keep the moisture content up enough. And of course, with the wind and the sun, it evaporates just like that. And you really don't want to do it at nighttime, because I'm told that's when mold and stuff, grows if you water at nighttime. But I'm continuing to water and continue to keep the generator going. And for one good thing is the grass is growing in the little valleys, and the slopes.
Yes.
It's doing pretty good as far as the erosion control areas, because they're a little more shaded around the barn dominium up there on the slopes. I got some grass growing over there. But there's another obstacle besides no rain, sun, and wind. You know what that is?
I don't.
Deer. Because I planted the fescue and clover mix to really help with the deer hunting this fall. But it's making it a little harder to grow the grass, because as the clover pops up and the fescue pops up, the deer are just coming out here in herds, eating all the little freshly green little clover. Yeah, that's why you see all these deer tracks. They're just all over. And I'll come out one morning, turn the generator on, and everything, and you'll see all these new little sprouts of clover. I'll come back in the afternoon. I turn it in the afternoon right before the dark, and they're all gone.
Oh my goodness.
The deer is eating my grass. I guess that's a good problem to have as far as the deer. But I mean, there is still grass coming in, right? It's just not as pretty and lush and thick as I was hoping. I probably could have planted a little bit more of a summer grass. It's going to get green. It's going to get green. I mean, it's already green all down through over there, and again, that hill and around the barn dominium over there. But that's kind of really one of the least of my concerns right now. I was on the phone. I was talking to Morgan today and talking to David. And Jen saw me on the computer doing the solar angles and stuff.
I did.
I was scratching my head going, uh-oh, I may have made a mistake. Behind me, over my shoulder, is the Ridge barn dominium. And off to the left is the solar array, right? The solar carport. It holds 4 cars under it and everything. Because of the way the ridge was dozed and the trees and the lay of the land, the barn dominium is about a foot or so higher, the land. See how it's elevation wise. But I thought it'd be fine, because the solar carport is like 9 foot in the front and like 12 foot in the back with a slope and everything. And I'm going to build it up about 6 inches. I got to looking, and right now in the summertime, the sun's real high in the sky. But I looked up the number on the solar PV calculator, and in December, when it's one of the lowest points in the sky, it's like at 26 plus degrees. So I got that huge A-frame ladder. You said when we drove up, that huge A-frame. Yeah. I climbed to the top up to be about where the solar panels are going to be. See that? Climbed all the way up there about where the top of the solar panels are going to be. And I had this app. And this app, I get that 26 degrees, and I looked across, and I'm like, the barn dominium roof may be high.
Way.
Yeah. I'm like, I thought so I emailed Honest Dablog Homes today and I said, what is the highest elevation of my barn dominium from above the foundation? And then I'll add the foundation height and the elevation height changes. And because I may end up having to either raise the solar carport higher on higher pedestals or move it back more, which means I have to move more dirt. Because, you know, we got it flat right now, and to move it back more, farther away from the house to get a better angle, I have to level that out more.
Right.
All are possible, but I may be okay. I did the math initially and trying to figure all this out, but then once the ground got all done, I was like, it's kind of scary. So it's one thing after the other between the, you know, the drought, the deer, and, you know, my angles and dangles. Now I will, on a positive note, the app said the optimal azimuth for our solar is 180 degrees. And what that is due south, and then angle off of that is the optimal arc of the sun for where we live. It's called the azimuth. And Morgan, my son in civil engineering school, he knows all about that stuff. But we looked at how our trees are and where everything, and so we adjusted the barn dominium and the solar array and the power shed to 194 degrees. So we're just about 14 degrees off perfect azimuth. You're gonna see this in the video coming up. I believe I'm gonna have this video out Monday, where you get to see the aerial view of all the buildings and everything on the ridge. It's gonna be pretty cool. So you get to see that. But so I'm pretty happy with that. How, you know, this is the little app we use, and has an inclinometer on it, and I can adjust the angle. See this right here? See how you can adjust the angle?
Oh yeah.
So I get it up there and I adjust the angle to see if it's going to clear the barn dominium roof. It's high-tech stuff. Because if I build the solar array and I build the barn dominium, and the barn dominium in the wintertime in December blocks the sun, that means no electricity.
Power, yeah.
No electricity, yeah. So it's a pretty big thing. It's a pretty big thing. And David was like, why didn't you just build the solar on the south side of the house? Well, the solar has to be far enough away from those trees to clear, right? Yeah. So that would mean that the solar would be in the center of the property and the house would be off to the side. And my OCD wouldn't allow that.
Why wouldn't you put it on top of your barn dominium? Some people do that.
It's not. The only people that put their solar panels on their houses and sheds and stuff are people that don't own land. Optimally, you want your solar panels on the ground, so that way you can do maintenance on them. And I mean, plus fires. Solar panels catch on fire. There's electricity going through them. If you have an arc flash under there and it burns your house down, this way, it's a metal carport, right? Maybe I lose my truck, you know. But I got insurance for that, right? I mean, I guess you have insurance for your house too, but I'd rather not lose my house, right? Plus, if it's do-it-yourself solar, they might not cover it, right?
They might not.
And homeowner's insurance might not cover it if you have your solar panels on your house and you do it yourself. And you didn't pay somebody to do it and license and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So that's why I didn't do them on. A lot of people ask that. Why didn't you do them on the house and on the, you know? Well, that's why. But I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay. Jin's going to get her back to work today, but we're not going to overdo it, right?
Right.
We're not going to overdo it. Last time we unpacked the carport steel, heavy beams. We did it right at like 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes.
Right? We're going to wait a little bit later in the day, and we're going to do what you guys said we should do in a way. Do y'all remember the carport frame? The big metal crate the carport came in? Y'all were like, y'all should use it for firewood, or you make a tree stand out of it. You should definitely repurpose it. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna repurpose it today to store wood, right? Building materials. So I've got big old long pieces of wood and stuff I'm gonna use for forms. And so we're gonna have it's like 20 feet long. We're gonna have two racks. You know, put the bars back on it, and have 2 racks of wood to be able to store all kinds of wood on it. And then I have some pallets too for other wood. So I think it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
I know one thing, this breeze feels good, doesn't it?
It does.
I can definitely take this. We didn't have that day, did we?
No breeze whatsoever.
Yeah, the day we worked on on that carport unpacking it. It was just, oh. Of course, you're wearing jeans too, and I was like, I don't know how you can wear jeans. Oof. I'm out working.
I don't
shorts
wear,
and Crocs.
I can't wear boots with shorts. I just won't do it.
What's wrong with work boots and shorts? I mean, it's like hiking. When people go hiking, they wear hiking boots and shorts, right?
Well, that's different. You're hiking.
Okay, we'll just act like you're hiking. We're gonna hike back and forth from the wood trailer to the rack, okay? That's a hike, right? People, who backs me up? Is it okay to wear work boots that look just like hiking boots and shorts when you're working and not just hiking, okay? I mean, I wear Crocs. What do you?
Yeah.
He said, I'm not wearing socks, right?
Yes, that's a fashion no-no for sure.
David does that from Come On Homesteading, and then I think Gary does it too. They work in socks and Crocs. David was actually operating his tractor in socks and Crocs.
Really?
I wear my Crocs all the time on the tractor, but I don't put the socks on.
Well, I mean, what are the socks for? I mean,
You'd have to ask
you
David
wear
that.
socks to keep your shoes from rubbing blisters on your feet, right?
And sweat, maybe it absorbs the sweat. I don't know. I just like the airiness, you know. Yeah, my feet, you know, sweat and everything with the Crocs on, but you know they got all these holes in them, right? So they air out. If you had socks on, it would just like, I don't know, it just kind of defeats the purpose to me. And do you know why my Crocs are orange?
Spray paint?
Yeah.
The
Spray paint from painting the lines. When me and Morgan did all the lines for the property, I can't wait for you to see that video. It's going to come out tomorrow. Today's Sunday, right? Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to try to have that video out tomorrow where you actually get to see the aerial footage of the barn dominium layout, the carport layout, and the shed layout. Speaking of shed, what you think about that shed tour?
It's nice. Yeah, I like the video.
There was a couple things I noticed after I filmed the video. When I bought my shed to Powerhouse, they told me you could not get black windows. There was sheds there with black windows.
There was.
Because I got the black trim around the windows and the black trim around the doors. There was windows that were black there, black aluminum windows. They might have been vinyl. I think they were aluminum though. But anyway, so I got to make do with that. And then a couple of them there, they had. See, my carriage house door and my rampage door, you know, has the barn crisscross on it, and they painted that black, but the behind it's white. It looks pretty good, but there was a couple there that were all black. What do you like better, the black crisscross with the white door, or just the all black door? With
The all black.
You like the all black?
Yeah.
What do y'all think? So you
thought it looked better.
remember, you know, they had the crisscross, the barn crisscross on the doors. Should I paint the entire door black and the trim, or just the crisscross like it is now? Leave it the way it is now. Also, the insulated door is completely white. So should we paint the door black or just the trim black? Don't know. So let me know what y'all think about that. What do you think? What's your opinion?
I think it would be okay, just the trim.
On the insulated door?
Yeah.
Since the other ones are that way now?
Yeah.
What if we paint all the other doors black? What would you do? If we painted the rampage door and the carriage house door black, should we just do the trim on the insulated door black, or make it black as well?
Either one would work. I mean,
I really don't want to paint an insulated door though. That's a lot of, yeah. Painting is like the one thing I do not, I like doing a lot of things, electrical work and, and designing and, building, stuff, but painting is one thing I do not like.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Maybe she's gonna be my painter, because I do not like painting. Oh my goodness, I'll wash dishes and take the trash out and mow the yard and over painting any day. I mean, you can pick up pretty much any other building or working chore. I mean, I'll roof. Get up doing roofing over painting.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
The smell bothers me, like if you're indoors trying.
Oh yeah.
That's the only thing that really bothers
and
me with painting.
I just don't like the. It's one of those things. I'm kind of a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And when you're painting
OCD
drywall or something, and all the drywall marks come out or the imperfections, it just like there's nothing you can. It just bothers me. Yeah. That's why there's no drywall inside the barn dominium. There's gonna be zero drywall. It's all gonna be tongue and groove and everything, and I can make that look good. I can do that. I can do that. I think we're gonna do pretty good today with the weather. I think it's not.
It's not too bad. But we're not sitting in the sun either.
We're not,
so.
but we're gonna take lots of breaks, drink lots of water, and we have the canopy now for shade too. So when the sun comes over and we lose, right now we're under this big giant oak tree right here. When we lose the shade of this, we still have the new canopy, right? So we got a couple chairs up here. We'll open the other end, get some nice airflow through there. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna keep watering the grass, and I mean the deer are gonna eat, and the deer are gonna be really nice and tasty this fall. Because I fed them a lot of clover.
Get them plump.
I have fed, because do you see any of the clover anywhere? See, there's
Sure.
but that's it. I mean, I planted a lot of clover, and I think they've just eaten every little clover sprout that came up. Because it was a lot of, and I remember whenever the clover was coming in, there was tons of clover. And
Maybe you should have done like the outer perimeter in that, and then something else.
I did. No, I did most of the clover in the outer perimeter.
Okay.
And I did. That's why it's coming in good around the house over there, the fescue. See how it's greener over there?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's less clover in it. All the clover I did about 20 or 30 yards in, all the way around the perimeter. And the reason it's greener in that valley over there, because I went by and I doubled the fescue down there, and that's why the fescue's coming in. I think the deer just ate all the clover. It was a good thought, I think.
Well,
But
they're loving you then, huh?
yeah, and I'm gonna be loving them come this fall. You know, the backstrap, cooked medium rare.
Oh yeah.
With some rendezvous seasoning on it, we'll make a barbecue. All right, I think we need to go get some lunch. We're gonna start this. We're not gonna eat too heavy. We're gonna eat a salad for lunch, guys. We're gonna eat a salad.
I think I want to save my chili for dinner.
It's a little hot. It might be a little hot for the chili, but we're gonna have salad, apple pecan salad for lunch. Eat a little light, and then get this work done. I'll get this video up to you first, and then I gotta finish tomorrow's video of the lines and the drone footage. And I'm actually building something in the video, and actually, we may actually have the moving the wood in that video. We'll get that to you too. And I got more videos coming to you as well. So this week's gonna have some good videos. And if you haven't watched the shed video already, I'm really impressed with that company, Twin City Barns. The owner, got to talk to him, and then Daniel, the guy who gave me the tour, he did really good.
Yes, they were like real professional.
Never, I say, hey, you ever
Wasn't
done
nervous?
No, they weren't nervous. I think what it is they were very proud of what they do. And when you're proud of what you do, you're not afraid to talk about it.
Right.
And if they were ashamed of the work they did, they probably wouldn't want to talk about it as much. But I could tell there was pride in what they did. So.
Oh yeah. And they obviously do a really good job at it. So.
Yes, I'm very, very impressed. And the shed may deliver this week. They told me it was ready to ship, and it may ship out as early as the end of last week. So I got to call SOS and see if it's came in. And if it's came in, I'll schedule it to get delivered this week. That's right. And I got one more point for y'all. I ordered my shed, and there is a window in the uninsulated section, and I have the 9-light door in the insulated section where the power's, but I didn't put a window in there. So while I'm building, it's gonna be hot. I am gonna put a mini split in there for heat and cool for the inverters, for the solar equipment. And I think the reason I didn't put a window in there is because dust is one of the biggest killers of your solar equipment, dust. And it's like, I'm never gonna have the windows open. The only time the windows are gonna be open is when I'm in there. And of course, by the time I get the inverter stuff in there, I'll have the mini split in.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's gonna be hot. Because as soon as I put that, I'm gonna frame the wall out and put the wall up that separates the storage section from the power section. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be, I guess I can keep the door open while I'm working, right? Yeah. Before the power equipment gets in. All right. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when you're building, you just don't think about things, you know? You look at the aesthetics, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait a second. What are we gonna do about that? Hey, yeah, adapt, improvise, and overcome, right? That's what we do. Right. That's what we do. All right, let's go get some salad and go get to work.
Okay.
All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. No, we're not breaking up. It's not working out, but we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna make the best of a situation. And it's so funny. All right, love you guys, and until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day. Keep rambling.
Go Ridge Life.